9 things a narcissist will do to distract you from their behaviour so they can get away with their behaviour and carry on having their own way, because they simply feel entitled to do as they please, and they lack the empathy to care for those they hurt along the way of getting their own needs met. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, this channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you recover from narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So when it comes to a narcissist, when they feel threatened in some way, whether it is a real threat or a perceived threat of the narcissist, when they fear abandonment, when they fear exposure, when they feel shamed, rejected, ignored, criticised, neglected, disrespected or humiliated, and it's usually a feeling that the narcissist has got because of who they are as a person and because of what they do to other people. It's not usually something you've caused within them. Things can be running quite smoothly and a narcissist can be triggered in some way, but because they're not aware of their triggers, you can't help them, just like we can't help ourselves when we're not aware of our triggers. The difference being, most often you are being provoked by a narcissist to act in a certain way, to take all the blame and all the responsibility of the things that are happening within the dynamics of that relationship. And a narcissist is projecting and passing on all the blame for their mistakes into you so that they can keep control of the situation and keep control of their lives. Where if you were to recognise you would hurt somebody else, you would apologise and learn from the mistake and not do it again. With a narcissist, they just learn how to get away with their behaviour. There's several different ways they try to do this. Once a narcissist has felt threatened in some way, they then find a way to abuse another person, to turn it around onto the other person. So they might bait the other person, they might use the other person's biggest weaknesses to make someone feel scared, to make someone feel intimidated, to make someone feel insecure, to make someone feel jealous, to make someone feel responsible or anxious. Narcissists are always manipulating other people's emotions to work in the narcissist's favour. They want to provoke a response from you and they will bait you in any way they can to get that response from you. And we all have our limits. There is only so much someone can take from another person. And no, nobody should react, but if you are aware of your behaviour, you can change your behaviour. With a narcissist, they're not aware of their behaviour, so they're not going to change their behaviour. They're just going to find a way to shift the blame, which is when they will blame shift. They will turn it onto you and say things like, why do you have to spoil everything? They will ruin a special occasion simply because they are not the centre of attention. So they are the ones that's feeling neglected. So they will sulk, they will destroy things, they will go on the silent treatment, they will start an argument, they will ignore you, they will do all they can to provoke and bait you into reacting, and then they will turn around and blame you and say, why do you have to spoil everything? Why do you have to make everything so difficult? Or when you've got evidence that they have done something to hurt another person, they will turn around and go, well, if you hadn't. When you just simply want to do the things that you enjoy doing, when you want to follow your dreams, when you want to see your friends, they will start calling you selfish. When you start raising your boundaries, they will start calling you selfish or say that's just like you, simply because they're not getting their own way. So they're going to make you doubt your boundaries, make you feel guilty for having those boundaries, for seeing those friends, so that they can further their control. Coercive control, this is where they want to shame you, put fear into you, sell you those false promises of the future to distract you from your pain in the present, isolate you, manipulate you, slander you, smear your name. They will lie, deny and project and blame and gaslight everything to being your fault, while anything that's good within the relationship will be down to the narcissist. Anything negative, they will pass that on to you. They gaslight you by saying that you're insecure, you're jealous, you're overthinking, you're being too sensitive. That didn't happen. I never said that. You're losing your mind. You need a mental evaluation. You're going crazy. They want to do all they can to cause those feelings of anxiety and depression, despair, fear, anger, upset within you, so that when they say that you're going crazy, you actually believe you're going crazy. Some will even take you to the doctors to look like they're helping you and get you the help and the support for the very things that the narcissist themselves is doing to you, which is why it's so confusing, because the person that is sinking you seemingly seems to be helping you, even though they are the ones that are gaslighting you and sinking you, so you can't recognise what is actually happening. They do it in conversations. Whenever you think that you're about to get your reality check and to see things as they're actually happening and go to have a conversation to discuss it with the very person who is distorting your reality, because we can communicate. A narcissist can communicate in their own fashion, but they don't want us to understand what is happening. They want to remain in control. So when it comes to having a conversation with a narcissist, where the narcissist might fear exposure, or the narcissist might feel humiliated in some way, and they can feel humiliated simply because they're losing control. They might feel embarrassed in some way. So the narcissists themselves could have exaggerated an achievement and you might have found out about it, and they will feel embarrassed. So they have to bring you down to feel better within themselves. They might have promised you something. They didn't want to deliver on that promise. They just wanted to get something from you at that time because they feel entitled to do so. And then when you call them out on that promise, they want to escape accountability of that promise by gaslighting, by blame shifting, by projection. And within the conversation, they will word salad, they will topic switch, they will deflect, they will talk over you, they will blame you, they will shout at you, and they will walk out on you and fall silent on you. The silent treatment is done to invalidate your feelings, to make you feel confused, to make you feel invisible, to make you feel like you're not worthy, to make you feel guilty, to make you feel angry, to sink you into that anxiety, to sink you into that depression, to sink you into feelings of anxiety, being nervous, worried, stressed, which is exactly what the conversation manipulation will do, that topic switch. And when they're intimidating you throughout the conversation, that can all cause feelings of worry and stress and confusion within us and within who we are and within our choices, within our lives. And as we are responsible for our own behaviour, we take this on board as a reflection of ourselves, and we don't see that it's the very person we're going to communicate with that are making us feel how we are, because we hold ourselves accountable for our own feelings. Whereas a narcissist doesn't. If a narcissist feels humiliated, if they feel depressed, if they feel like they haven't achieved something, if they feel angry, they hold other people accountable for their feelings. They will invalidate who you are as a person to feel better about themselves. And there's the covert that would say to you, should you be wearing that? Do you really think you're capable of doing that? And some can say it in a way that seems like they're helping you. Yeah, that's a good idea, but I think you'd be better off doing this, which the other thing they're thinking of is to lesser yourself and not better yourself. But it's said in a way and taken in a way where it seems like they've got your best interest at heart when they haven't. They're trying to sabotage you to make themselves look or feel better. With the intimidation and invalidation, they will say to you, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Overts are a little bit more obvious. They will tell you that you look too fat in that, you look too thin in that, you're not capable of doing that. If you were to do this, I will, and they'll tell you what they'll do to intimidate you from making your own life choices, to invalidate you, to shame you, because they're feeling shame for one reason or another. They want to shame you to make themselves feel better. In order to regain control, they will triangulate the whole they said, they did, they wouldn't, they had, they are. A narcissist will bring other people into conversations to either question your judgment on something, to get you to question who you are as a person because somebody else would do something that you're not willing to do, or question your judgment because somebody else wouldn't do something that you are doing, or somebody is wearing something that you wouldn't wear, or someone, rather than classing people as individuals, which here we are all individuals, a narcissist wants to bring a third person into the conversation to get you to start comparing yourself to other people so that they can control how you are thinking and feeling. And also to divide and conquer so that you potentially won't go to that other person for a reality check. They will tell you that the ex hates you, or that the new person hates you, or the ex is obsessed and jealous of you. They will do all they can to divide people so that people don't speak to each other to find out the truth, and the narcissist remains in control. They will project. They can even set the environment to create those feelings within you, which narcissists tend to do by baiting you and all the other sorts of manipulation they use. But they will create that environment, then they will project. So they will flirt with someone in front of you and then say that you're being jealous. They will use something that you really care about to upset you, and then they will tell you that you're being too sensitive. They will miss out vital bits of information, and when you speak to them about it, they'll tell you that you're overthinking. They will make a big deal out of something and then tell you that you're overreacting. They will accuse you of lying. They will accuse you of cheating. They will accuse you of going crazy. They will accuse you of needing a mental evaluation. They'll accuse you of being dramatic. They'll accuse you of making life hard. They will do all they can to get you questioning yourself and no longer questioning them. Again, with that baiting, they provoke to get that emotional rise out of you. They will start an argument in an empty room. They will ignore you. They will change events on you, and they will change plans on you at the last minute. They will threaten you. They will hurt you. They will upset you. They will do all they can to provoke feelings of anger, resentment, pain within you. And they do all this so that they can further their control and they can further their gaslighting. Because once they have provoked these feelings within you, you can recognise those feelings within yourself. You know they are there. And then when the narcissist is telling you you're there, you go and work harder on yourself to please them while they play the victim. Once they've got your reactions, once they've lowered your defences, they are the ones that are going to play the victim. So you take on the responsibility of everything that is wrong within the narcissist's life, the narcissist behaviour, as well as everything that's wrong within your own and your own behaviour. And that life's hard enough dealing with situations that come along. Life's hard enough dealing with our own mistakes without taking on board other people's mistakes that are not going to do anything to work on them. They're just going to keep shifting them all onto us. And once the narcissist has achieved this and passed it all on to us, and they're playing the victim and lapping up the attention, they feel powerful again. They feel in control again. It is a lot of psychological manipulation, and it's manipulating our emotions time and time again. When it comes to this, we have to get a hold of our emotions again, recognising you are far from alone in this. You are far from alone in what you've been through. You are far from alone in how you've reacted, and you can regain control of your emotions and no longer play into the narcissist's hands. No contact is always best, not always possible, in which case it needs to be limited contact and grey rock. Then learning your boundaries, your values and your beliefs, and sticking with your own. When it comes to emotions, you need to find a safe place to release those emotions. Don't bottle them up, safely release them, especially when a narcissist is coming at you, provoking you. Don't release them to the narcissist. That is exactly what they are after. Release them elsewhere and stay calm around the narcissist. It's not easy, but once you learn their pattern of behaviour and see what they're trying to do, it becomes a lot easier, because a lot of people do look for revenge, or they go through a stage of wanting revenge, which is normal when someone has taken advantage of you, when someone has duped you, when someone has misled you. It is a normal emotion. And one of the best revengers is just not giving them what they want, which what they want is your attention. They want to get you going. They want to watch you going crazy, trying to prove your reality. By stepping away from their games, you are invalidating them without doing anything wrong. You cannot help them. A lot of people also feel guilt because they want to help them. You cannot help anyone who's unwilling to recognise their own behaviour, because to them there's nothing that needs changing and nothing that they need help with. They will only say that they're going to counselling to draw you back in, and even then they're often still playing the victim in counselling. And heal your wounds. Learn about your own insecurities, learn about your own triggers, so that they can no longer get you. When it comes to emotions, our mind controls our emotions and we control our mind. It is a learning curve, it is a process, it takes time. You can and you will do it. I shall add the video into the description about emotions, the video on baiting and the video on reactive abuse. I am full for one-to-one coaching. I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the description. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.